Good afternoon. In this session, I will explain the concept of iteration in Java. So basically, what is meant by iteration? So iteration, nothing but a process of executing set of instructions more than one until the given condition is met. So means execute a set of instructions more than until the given condition. So what it says, for example, I have four statements. I have four statements. Let us suppose the statement one is the statement one, statement two, statement three, and statement. Now, if I want to execute the statement, what I will do, I will write a simple program and I will execute. But if you want to execute this statement repeatedly, so means I will execute one time, again I will execute another time, another time, another time. So then what you have to do is every time you have to write the same code. The first time I write one four lines, then again I have to write the same four lines and save four lines. So what is the disadvantage of this one? Because of this one, the program length will be increased. So actually we are doing the same activity, but we are doing it a repeated times. But if you want to do the repeated times, you must prepare to write the code repeatedly. So to avoid this process, what we will do is we will use the concept of iteration. What's iteration? Is the process of executing set of instructions. Maybe the one instructions, two instructions, 10 instructions can be more than one time. One time doesn't require go for iteration. You want the second time, again you need to write the same. To avoid this one, you go to the concept of iteration. How long this can be happen? I can't say. One time, two times, three times, 10 times. You may ask n times also. So if you want to execute the set of statements multiple times in the scenario, I will use the concept of iteration. So how do you use iteration in Java? There are three types of statements we can use. We call them as a looping statements. We call them as a looping statements. So what are the looping statements? One is the do while. Next one is the while, and next one is the for. So these are three statements. These are three statements which help us to perform the iteration. So why we need the three statements? Because every statement has their own identity. Means the process of execution will be different as compared to one each other. Let's see what is the process of execution here by one. I think you are aware of the concept of execution now. We want to execute the statements one time, we'll write. If you want to execute the same statements second time, again you have to write. Like that, if you want to 20 times, you have to write the same code 20. So instead of that one, what I will do is I will place the code into the loop, and the loop will keep on rotating. Then how long? Until the given condition is satisfied. So take an example here. I will explain one by one that how it will happen. The first case is the scenario that is where a do while. So how do we do well? See an example. I will say I equal to 1. So means I value is 1. Initial and end value for I is 1. I will say do What I have to do here? The question. What I have to do here is the question. So next I'm telling to do one thing. Do is say system dot output dot print line of I. So what will happen? It will display the I value. So when I equal to 1, it will display the I value. We say next I equal to I plus 1. So once the I value is displayed, the I value get be incremented to how much? 1. So 1 will become as a 2 now. So now I said that I will give the condition here while I less than or equal to 10. So what is the meaning of this one? When I equal to 1, set it, next increment that I value and check the incremented values less than or equal to 10 or not. Yes, it's less than equal because 2 is less than equal to 10. Again it will print 3, incremented 3. Again it will print 4. Again, how long it will print till this condition is satisfied. So now what is the output of this one? It will display the numbers from 1 to 10. So this is a simple concept of the do while. So what happening is first I'm giving some value. First I am initializing the value here. So once we give the initialization of the value, next I'm starting to the execution. So see, these two statements are keep on executing until how long this condition is satisfied. Okay, I will write once again here in clearly. So the do while first one is the so initially the I value will be the 1 I equal to 1. I will say int I equal to 1. Very good. Int I equal to 1 and do చేయమంటున్నా. What I want to do here is s dot o dot p of I. So I am asking to display the I value. Once it is displayed, I am asking to increase the I value here. I equal to I plus 1. So how long this process has to continue is I say I want to continue it for 10 times. So let's say I equal to I less than I equal to 10. Okay. Now when I equal to 1, it will display and the value getting declared, then I will become 2. And again go to the top and display, and this process will keep on going. See here, these two statements keep on executing. How long? This statement is satisfied. So this is a do while. So then what is the while here? The same concept, I equal to 1. But what I'm taking is we have specified the condition. I less than or equal to 10. S dot O dot P of I. In the same case, I equal to I plus 1 and close. So what is the initial value here? I equal to 1. And what is the condition here? I less than or equal to 10. Yes, 1 is less than or equal to 10. Now it executes this statement and this statement. So now these both two statements will be executed. And because the execution, the increment I value is incremented without 2. 2 less than or equal to 10, 3 less than or equal to 10, 4 less than or equal to 10, and keep on rotating until how long it will rotate? It will go for the 10 times. So here also it go for the 10 times. So my question, so both are performing the same type of operations. Then what is the need of go for do while or while? You clearly observe one thing there. In do while, the statements are first executing. See here, the loops, the statements are executing. Then at the end, the condition is verified. Here in case of while, the statements are executing first. See here, the condition is executing first. Then only the statements are executed. So what you understand clearly here is, so here the while, first we are checking the condition. If it is okay, the statements will execute. The do while, the statement will execute first, then check the condition. If it is okay, the output will display. So what is the difference here? The do while, at least one time statements will execute. In do while, the statements will not execute until the condition is satisfied. Again, repeating. In do while, the statements will execute at least once, but output will not be displayed. You won't get the output. When you get the output, the condition is satisfied. But the execution will be happening in do while. For in case of while, the execution will not be happened until the condition is satisfied. What is it comes to the point? The third one that is called a for. What is the difference between that? So what we are doing in this case, we are giving one line. So here we are giving one line for initialization and one line for incrementation and one line for condition. Here also initialization one line, incrementation one line, condition one. And for what is the advantage? We can specify these three in the single line. See here example. You for int I equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus. I'm asking this. What is I want to do? I have to print. Right? Simple. The program is over. So how can you say this here? This will indicate the initialization. This is the condition. This is the input. Simple. So instead of using here the first line for this one, second line for this one, and third line for this one, I'm using simply a single line for this. So this is the advantage of using a for loop. So, but most of the programmers will prefer to depend upon their interest levels. So generally, when you use the for loop, statements will be very less as compared to the remaining do while abide, because we can reduce the length of the program with the help of the for loop. But as depend upon the program logic, programs may use the do while or for based upon the interest. Okay, I think people are understanding the concept of iteration now. I'll come again. Okay. So what is the concept of iteration? Nothing but this is a process. This is a process. So iteration is a process of execution of steady set of instructions. How long? Hold on. How long? Until given condition satisfies or met. This concept is called iteration. So what are the examples here? We have do while, we have while, we have for. In the do while and while, in do while and the while, the both the cases, initialization condition and increment or decrement is also possible. Decrement are in different lines. There is a for initialization condition and incrementation or decrementation are in same line. Same line. So these are difference. Okay. So we can call also the iterative statements. We can also call the alternate name is called the looping statements. Looping statements. Why we call it looping statements means the statements will keep on rotating. Loop. When you press the loop, what will happen? it will keep on executing. How long it will execute? It's depend upon the number of conditions. Okay, this is about the class for today to understand the concept of iteration.